Pookie in. So if you guys don't know, I'm the host of the Wild West, and this is my show. What would you do? We're gonna do a. I did a when I first started the show. I did it a little bit about workplace and scenarios and how would you handle an employee or something like that. And I kind of flipped it around a little bit to talk about relationships. I've sent both my guests the questions, so hopefully everybody's prepared. Um, so with that being said, my show is Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm hoping to get it featured soon. So with that being said, if one of you guys want to request the box, give a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you stream and what you're on. Hey, Jeff. All right. Who is it? Crocodile.
Hey, how are you? I'm so sorry, but my dog
Oh,
got scared because we had a storm. How are you? So I've just come
can
out to
anybody
see you.
hear? I can't hear.
Okay,
Oh,
can you hear me now?
yeah. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'll just give you a quick recap of where I am. I'm in Australia, and we just had a storm. So my dog has been a little bit crazy. So I just thought I'd quickly introduce you to him. This is Kenny, just to calm him down a little bit so I can actually do the show properly. So this is Kenny Rogers.
All right.
This is my
Nice.
pug. So yeah, he's just a little bit hyper because of all the Kenny Rogers, because of obviously all the lightning and the thunder, and you know what I mean. So and animals are so important, as we all know. So I just thought you wouldn't mind if I quickly just calmed him down while I said hello to you. So I know.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got a 120-pound dog that gets like that when there's thunder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so I'm just standing outside. So my Wi-Fi is not 100% out here, but I'll definitely go back in shortly, so it will be better. But yeah, I just thought I can't leave him out in the portal thing. You know what I mean? I can't bring him inside because he pees.
Do what you have to do. I'll
Yeah.
bring Rapunzel in.
Oh,
Thank
I'm all
you.
good, but I'm here definitely. I can't wait, and thank you so much for having me on the show as well. And Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
I appreciate. Thank you.
Okay,
Rapunzel,
I'll bet.
jump in real quick. There you go. And now I see your name change. Oh,
Hey, yeah, the name changed for me here. I'm not sure
I
if you
can
guys
see it.
can see.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it. Rapunzel.
Okay,
Tell
that's
us
good.
a little bit about you, what you do, how when you stream,
Okay,
everything.
so I'm Brazilian. I live here in Brazil. I'm moving to Portugal soon. I am doing a master's in marketing, so I'm studying marketing, and I stream every day around this time actually, like starting an hour or something like that. It's normally when I go live, and that's it.
Are you doing anything? Any kind of shows or anything like that? Any auctions?
No, not really. I don't have any auctions planned. Since I'm finishing like my college this month, I am just like focused on studying for now, and then I'm gonna focus more on streaming afterwards.
Okay, let me know anytime you want to be on the show or want to get on the show. Absolutely. Crocodile, can you come back in the box?
Thanks for having me.
Emoji, I don't know if you're recording yet.
Aduche.
Okay. We'll kick this off. We'll kick this off. You guys saw the questions. So definitely, guys, I definitely encourage viewer participation. Definitely,
Yep.
I'm gonna start in my next couple of shows. I'm gonna have a co-host um, that's gonna be able to ping questions off and watch the box and the
Yep.
viewer questions. But let's go ahead and kick
Okay.
this
Hi,
off.
Rapunzel.
You guys are ready.
Hi, hi,
No.
Ronnie.
Yeah, good. Isn't it funny? We've got 3 countries in the box here. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Right. I love it.
Aussie, Brazil, and America. Crazy.
That's true.
Okay. Yep. I should be all good now. He's calmed down, so I'm ready to go. Thank you so much for letting me do that.
Oh, no worries. So the first question: you've been with your partner for several years, and the partner always forgets about your birthdays and anniversaries. How would you handle that? What would you do? Think about it. I
Okay,
mean,
well,
you
I've been married for 20 years. I was married for 20 years. So this for me was, I've lived it. So I was thinking, what would we do or what did I do was my response to that question as what it was. But he always forgot. And then when technology obviously came, a lot more used in things, because I'm 44, we definitely utilized the iPhone calendar. How you put it in the I have family schedule, I call it, on there, and so I always put the anniversary so that makes him do it, but made him remember, so that was great towards the end. So yeah, but definitely if they forget it, you make them feel bad. You rub it in because that.
With that being said, do you forget about it when it's his birthday?
Oh, I never forget any date. I've never forgotten any date. I'm really organized with things like that. So for me, I don't reverse it. No, I just make him feel really bad at the time, and I'm like, so I get a little bit more pleased, a little bit more dinners cooked, for the next week or something, and milk it, baby, milk it.
He puts a book together. I owe you this. I owe you this.
Pretty much. That's what it was. Before we separated and stuff. So yeah, for sure. Yep. I haven't done any. 20 years I was with the same man, so I don't have any other experience with any newer ones. But yeah.
Rapunzel.
So I agree. I mean, you gotta pay them back, but. What I would do first, I would let them know that that's an important thing for me. Because some people just don't care, some people are just not the type of people that care about dates, and that's okay. But I do. So if someone forgets my birthday, or if the date that we got together, I don't know, he proposed or something like that, it's not important, then what the fuck, I care about that stuff. So I would make sure that he knows that I care. And then if he forgets another time, if he doesn't fucking add a notification on his phone because it's that simple, then I would be really pissed. And I don't know, maybe even end it. Not only because of that, but I do believe that this shows that the person is not putting in as much effort. So if they're doing that, they're probably lacking on other areas in the relationship as well.
Well, that's not necessarily the case. This what day it is, right? Because
I know, but it's okay if it happens once in a while. And everyone is human, and that's okay. People get busy, and you might even forget. God knows, my dad has forgotten my birthday once. And that's fine, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. But when it happens on a regular basis, and you see that they're not making an effort to remember, then I think that's another case.
Repeat offenders need to be punished. Are you talking from experience, Wild West here? Did you used to forget a few anniversaries?
No, I honestly, I've never forgotten. When I was married, I never forgot. I made it look like I forgot, but I did.
To surprise.
I did little surprises, right? But no, I learned a long time ago, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't you do that.
No, I act like, oh, this is just a normal day, and then I pop surprises.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't think it's always the male job to remember though, as well. Like with anniversaries, I'm talking about. Like obviously, individual birthdays and things like that. You know, because I used to like doing the whole spoiling as well for our anniversary. Maybe like a surprise dinner or whatever. Especially if it was on a weekday when you never thought that really mattered that much. It was nice to say, guess what, the kids aren't home tonight. Yeah.
Well, I can remember I was on when I was married. I woke up. I went to work as normal. It was her birthday. I never said anything. She went to work. Never said happy birthday, anything. I remembered it.
Yeah.
But every 30 minutes while she was at her job, she got a dozen roses. Every 30
Oh,
minutes.
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's a bit too much.
Yeah.
I know, but imagine trying to carry them home.
Never
Hey, Wes, what are we doing later?
morning, but it's those type of things. Remember the little things. Yeah, the little things mean a lot, right? Okay, we'll go to our next scenario, and then I'll plug my show again. On your wedding day, your partner confesses they had an affair. They swear it's one and done. It's over. It's nothing. You are at the church. You've already paid for the wedding. The guests are already arriving. What would you do?
Punch his nose. So I don't agree with violence, but I reckon one sucker punch him and our whole relationship would be fine. There's not abuse. Abuse is repetitive ending, right? So the one sucker punch is is worthy.
I've got a couple questions with this, Rapunzel. I'm going to let you just your automatic, response.
I mean, of course, I wouldn't marry the person, but I would still enjoy the party.
You're just not invited anymore.
It's all paid for, drink.
Wow. You didn't even let me lead into the next questions because let's pretend you decided this is the person, this is your soulmate, this is the love of your life, right? They made a mistake, right? My thoughts is you walk up in front of the preacher, you're going to get your ring, till death do us apart.
That's where I punch him. That's where I punch him then.
Right? And the weird part about the scenario, right, is the after party, the toast. Everybody toasting the great couple and all that, and
that's terrible.
Yeah, see, I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't like it when people belittle people in front of like.
Have you seen Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an episode that Ross is about to marry like that British girl, and then he says Rachel's name, and the whole thing just becomes a disaster. So I pictured this going exactly the same way.
I get that.
Well, think about the honeymoon. Think about all the money you spent, all the time you planned on it. Think about all that, right? I mean, marriage is a commitment, right? If you're going to walk on that podium and say your vows to each other and all that, the way I look at that is that person was very, very selfish for doing that in the moment that's supposed to be very special to everybody.
I think telling you that is awful.
Right? You could have said this weeks before.
Yeah, it's a terrible stuff.
Why wait till the day of? Right?
Yeah.
And
they're obviously it's eating them inside, isn't it? They've got to get it out of their chest before they marry. So it's being very selfish towards their needs and not towards anyone else's, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I don't know.
It's a hard one.
I mean,
you wouldn't know. It depends on the person, depends on the whole scenario. I think you know what I mean. Like it's a lot. But to just put it as black and white as that, it's definitely sucker punch them, and then you'd be then you're even. So yeah.
Well,
don't agree in violence, except for that one time. Yeah, it's allowed.
I don't know. I guess I would. I guess I would just like feel super like humiliated at one point.
Yeah.
Like especially if other people knew as well. Like, oh, she's still marrying the guy after she just got the news that she got cheated on.
Oh, don't. We're adding different perspective into this question. It makes it awful.
Let me put a little twist on it, right? What if it's your best mate?
Yeah, your matron of honor.
What if
then
it
you
what?
punch her too. No, I'm joking.
What
No,
if
I
it's
think,
my best mate that he cheated on?
That he cheated with.
Your matron of honor.
The maid of
It's gonna be
honor?
your bridal party. Yeah.
Man, I would kill them both.
But you're in the middle of being married. You're in the white dress.
Oh yeah, when I'm about to make a toast, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get this champagne toast and I'm gonna do like this, boom, in their faces.
Yeah, exactly. You go cheers and then throw it like on them both. Yeah.
Hell no.
I would humiliate the men. I would definitely do a humiliating like, toast it. I'd go through probably the wedding because you're not actually married when you do get married. Well, here in Australia anyway, I don't know.
I mean, that's double of a betrayal because it's a friendship betrayal and it's like your partner's betrayal. It's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I wasn't married, I found out, right, because I went to births, deaths, and marriages to get my proper wedding. Even though you sign your wedding certificate, right, well, you need your proper one, like legalized, it's like a birth certificate, right? And my celebrant didn't put it into births, deaths, and marriages until 9 months after I was married, right? I didn't even know this because I didn't need it till years and years later. So technically, like, my marriage date was from there. Even though it said I was married on the 5th, it said 9 months later. And I was just like, what the hell, So technically I wasn't married, so it didn't matter. You could go through with the wedding and stuff. And then the next day just, don't you ring your celebrant or your priest and say, don't put that form in, mate. Like, and so you could get through to the toast and just to humiliate the bastards. You know what I mean?
I think in the U.S. is 30 days after you have it's 30. I think it's 30 days if I remember.
So you can still go through with it just to get to that end to actually, make a mock out of them. Because, technically that's what they did.
Rapunzel said, I'm going to enjoy the fucking party. I'm going to enjoy the party.
I mean,
and then get with the best man. I'm going to get with the best man.
Pay them back. Yes. Yeah. Make them feel it.
I'll get with the dad of the groom.
You guys,
become his mama.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And ground him. Let him be grounded.
I love it. Sorry. We took this to another level.
If you don't know my show, I'm Wild West. This is my show. What would you do? It just basically scenarios, ask questions. It's every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I welcome my guests, Rapunzel. If you don't have them, Faith and Crocodile Blondie, they're two amazing streamers. Definitely hit them up. Definitely go by. Definitely show them love. Go out there to their streams. With that being said, I'm going to go to my next question, and I've got some fun questions afterwards. I didn't show you guys those questions.
Okay.
Bring it. We're ready.
Right questions. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's scenario 3. You and your partner have been watching a Netflix series together, and you find out your partner, and you spent weeks, with COVID happening. With COVID happening, we binge watch, right? We binge watch all these series, all this. They watched the finale without you. How would you?
Yeah, what was it? Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. We were watching that, like religiously, and he went and he wasn't well for a couple of days, and he stayed home. I was at work, and I'm ready for that series at night, but we had you know, Fox also playback and stuff, you know, so we could just watch it, and so we could pass all the ads. And then I was like, he started talking. I said, "Have you seen this?" He's like, "Oh, and I'm like, and he just totally destroyed the ending for me. It was like something about, you know, oh, he doesn't go, oh, he doesn't go anyway with her, or something like that. And I just went, you, and I swore a lot, right? Because I know we're not allowed to swear on this featured show, like, you know, so I'm trying to.
Not only he saw it without you, but he spoiled it.
Yeah, but he did. It accidentally fell out. So I was just like, oh my God, you beep, 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 beep. You know? Yeah, I was really pissed, like really. So, so yeah, it was like half an hour left of the show. So I was, really fuming. I was singing. We used to watch it up in bed because the kids had, you know, gone to sleep. So it was great. That was our one night a week that we, you know, and we used to wait for it to come every week, you know, and everything else. I was pissed. So, yeah, I call him every day under the sun. And stole the blankets.
Yeah, I think like if it was me, I would make him watch it again. Like,
oh, he did. He watched it again.
Yeah, but then he's telling you, watch what this will happen. Watch, I promise you, this will happen, or this will. Yeah, they're telling you everything.
He didn't say anymore.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. But if they spoil it to me, it's easy. I'm gonna. Even if I don't watch it, I'm gonna find a TV show or whatever that they like, and I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna spoil it. Like, I'm gonna pay them back with the freaking.
Wow!
You're a revenge queen. If you Rapunzel.
You give me one spoiler, I'll get you one back.
I love it.
I didn't know this anything about you like that, Rapunzel. Wow, she's vicious.
Yeah, she thinks in the future, like, of the, you know, this is you know, actually meditated, and like, you know, and everything. Where mine is straight for the moment, just get them right there, and then you sucker punch them or steal the quilts. You know,
the rules clear. Don't do to other people what you don't want done to you.
Right. Exactly.
I'd make you watch Wednesday. I loved Wednesday. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading the comments there. I just love it. I love it.
We want the comments. We want the comments. The comments.
I love it. I loved it. She made me make Wednesday, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, I forced everyone in my stream to watch Wednesday.
How good was it? It was a good film, yeah. And yeah, I try not to ruin it for my mum. Try not to do the same thing we were just talking about. I'll watch that again. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So let me go to my scenario 4. Okay. Here's the scenario, right? You've been with your partner for 7-8 years, right? And it's a lot of commitment, a lot of time spent in, and things of that nature. And then one day you sit down and have a serious conversation about the future, right? And you find out they don't want to be married.
I found this question hard. Yeah, because I wouldn't know what to do.
They don't want to be married?
Yeah, they don't
want to be together forever. See, we got married like really early in our relationship, so you know, it was a unusual scenario. I don't want to ever get married again, so you know, I'd rather chew my own arm off than get married again. Yeah, I think that just shows lack of commitment. Like, you know, if you're waiting that long and you want a final commitment to anything, I think that's just shows lack of commitment in any single way. You know, like, but if they're in my scenario and they don't want to get married again because they've been married for so long and that it's divorce sucks and so does settlement, then they'd understand. It's the age group thing. I think obviously you're a lot like younger than me, but for me, I think a lot of people these days don't want to get married. You know, because it's an extra cost. It's an extra everything. Like it's actually just a piece of paper at the end of the day that you've got to get. It's just a government money making and also money making to divorce. You know, it's both. But it's obviously it shows a significant part of the love. But if I ever was going to do that, I'd do a commitment ceremony, which means nothing, but without that government party involved, because you don't need the government party involved. You know what I mean? Like you just need each other at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But
yeah,
what does
that's
not
my way.
wanting to get married mean? Like, because for me, it would mean like not necessarily you need to do a huge policy or something like that, but do they want to spend the rest of their lives with you? Because if that's what they're saying, then bye bye.
Yeah, but if it's just for they don't want to get married, well,
Well, yeah, like if you don't want
whatever.
the church thing and whatever, I mean, there are
Yeah,
people that don't care about that as well, so I guess that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But for me, like if someone
Depends on
comes and say,
how did you
"Oh, I
meet?
don't want to marry you," it actually means, "Oh, so you like I don't see you in my future." That's what it means to me.
Yeah. Is that the way you took the question? See, I took that question as literal as it was. Didn't want to get married. No, just that.
Well, I mean, you spent. Everybody has a goal, right? And when you get in a relationship, everybody has a goal. There's an end goal to it, right? And you spend 7, 8 years with somebody, and Rapunzel's a lot younger than us, right? Than you and I. Rapunzel's goal is to be married, have kids, and all that.
Do what
We've
society
been
says.
through it. We've done
Yes.
it. Been there, right? So it's a whole different era
Funny the
with
different
Rapunzel.
perceptions that we both
Yeah,
had with that question. Like some of the different, obviously, he's been through like in the age gap, and yeah, yeah.
yeah.
When I
With
was younger, I would have been
Rapunzel,
like, "You want to get married to me? Oh my god, what a bastard!" But now, but yeah, good. I don't want to marry him either.
what if they told you, you went through it, they'd marry you, but they don't want kids? Rapunzel, I mean, you're young, right?
Yeah, like I mean, right now, I don't know. I can't answer for future Rapunzel, but at this moment, if I had to decide, my answer would be a no. Like I don't really, I'm not really into kids.
They have kids. They say it'll be fun. They say. Whoever said that? What?
Yeah, like I've never like there are like some friends of mine that like they dream of being a mother and it's like a life goal for them though. That's definitely not my goal. My goal is to travel and enjoy life as much as I can and
Stick to
preferably
that
with a
goal.
partner in the future. If
Stick to
in
that
the
goal.
future I feel like I want to have kids, then sure I can change my mind. But if the partner doesn't want, then I would have to change partners, I guess, because
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, Rapunzel.
no, of course. But like if that's a, like if I put this as a priority in my life, I would have to prioritize that because women have a timing for kids. You can't always just sit and wait. So
I can still have kids. No worries about that. Like I'm like, there's no metaphors here yet, but I'm just thinking I'd rather chew my own arm off, seriously, or like do than to have another kid. So if so, do you know how many times I've been put in that scenario already? Like when I've been dating or whatever, and it does come up. It's like, oh, I haven't, cute 38-year-old man. There's only like 6 years difference between us. It doesn't really matter that kind of age gap. When you're older, I haven't had kids yet. I'm like, well, that's a you problem. Like, it's not a me problem. Like, you know what I mean? That's,
yeah,
do you want kids still, Travis? And I'm like, not, I just, no,
done,
I don't want any more. Yeah.
done that,
Like,
been there.
mine's 18 now, 18 and 14. Like, no fucking way. No. Jesus, sorry, swear.
Yeah,
Passionate about my kids. Yeah.
I think biggest part of relationships, and we've gotten away from it since COVID and all that kind of stuff, is we're not truthful. We're not truthful to each other, and and be straight out of, you know, I don't want to be married, or I don't want kids, or anything like that, and we just assume that the other person knows what we're thinking, right? It's we've lost community, especially since technology, streaming. We've lost communication. We've lost sitting down and having that conversation, right? That's how I kind of look at relationships nowadays. Relationships nowadays, Crocodile, when we were coming up and all that, it was easy. Relationships were easy. We didn't have the phones. We didn't have all the technology.
No, no. It was, yeah, it was
We,
definitely a lot, a huge different time, wasn't it? Like, but you'd go out, get drunk, and you'd be like, yeah, him in the the club or whatever. You picked him like at the pub. It was funny. Can I say this? A woman would go out, knowing that she could get some, and then a guy would go out hoping he'd get some. Isn't that usually the way it was?
yeah,
It's terrible to say it, but
yeah.
I didn't make you up. Did I make you blush then? Did I, Wild West?
Oh, sure.
Hey,
Stop
who
it.
gets blushed?
Sorry.
I
We're
remember
different
the
in
times.
Australia.
I remember the times. I definitely do.
I know, of course we do. I don't forget nothing. Like when my daughter goes out now, I'm just like, I go out with her sometimes. Like, 'cause
Right?
I don't care. But I used to be that girl saying, "Oh my God, if I'm 40 and I'm in a club, just shoot me." Like, how embarrassing, you know what I mean? But now I am that bloody 4-year-old in a club running amok still. It's funny, different times. It's accepted
Yeah.
more. There's heaps of 40-year-olds out in the club,
Yeah,
accepted
but
a lot more.
back in those times, you had to talk to the person.
Oh yeah, to
Now we
communicate face to face, yeah,
yes,
or on the phone, like the actual, And if you're lucky,
yeah,
you had
and
a portable, like you walk around the house with. You weren't stuck to the wall,
yeah.
Yeah.
With Rapunzel being, as a young, Rapunzel. You've gone through the times where you could have keyboard people behind a keyboard, virtual, and and say all this stuff to you, and then all this kind of stuff, and
Yeah,
And you
you
got
know
to
yeah,
make sure it's
what gets me about technology, or like I really don't do it because I don't like it. But a few of my friends, they are on dating apps, and I just think it's so like it's weird. Like it's like a freaking menu that you're just
real.
swiping right, swiping left, swiping right, swiping left, and
Yeah.
mostly based on looks. Maybe you go into the description of the person, but like you're immediately judging them. And like, all my friends that go on dates from dating apps, it all turns out terribly. It's
You're
never good.
always catfished. You're always catfished, no matter what.
yeah, they're not. And I
Somebody puts
did
their
it.
photo
I
on,
did
they'll
it
get
after
her.
I
And,
got divorced. That's how I got on POF. Right. I went for dating, and the people weren't who they said they were, or they're
their
doing
photos is
something.
like from when I was,
Or they are
16 years
mentally
ago.
insane. A
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
of mine once met with like this dude that he looked like the picture and he was who he said he was. But he was crazy. He was a stalker. He stalked her like for a while, and then I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're either
Or
broken,
the,
they're weird, they're 20 kilos fatter, which is fine, but just show that in the initial photo, like, so I've got a choice there. Or I'm like, how do you get bald? He goes, well, that photo was only 3 years ago. So, and I'm like, really? So you got bald in 3 years, dude? That takes a lot longer to progress. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, I just had to be honest with him. I'm like, that photo's from over 15 years ago. Like, like, oh,
I
you don't
can
look
tell
like
you.
that anymore.
I can tell you personally from a guy perspective, and this is purely from a guy perspective, right? And the dating apps, some of these girls are like $350. I'll make you holler, whatever it is, right? Yeah, you give me $350, I'll be with you for the night, and that's what I saw a lot.
They're
I saw
hookering
that a
them.
lot on this app.
Wow.
Yes, I saw a lot on it, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? They sold themselves.
Battling to
We
get a
spoke.
guy in Australia to go out for a drink without just saying, I just want to hook up. I'm like, dude, if I want it, I'll get it. Like, like, that's fine. But it's the, take me out for a drink first. Like, I would actually like to know the name I'm going to be calling out. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
can tell
shocking.
you, I saw that, and that's why I quit the dating apps at all because I kept seeing that. I kept seeing that. I kept seeing that. I kept seeing that. Girls
Wow.
wanted to be paid,
Oh my
and
God,
I
this
don't
must be
know.
awful.
There's a lot of guys
And
in
here
the
I am
stream.
battling to get a bloody beer. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. And
No.
and it's not like one day I was talking to him or one conversation. I've been talking to him for a week or so, right? And then all of a sudden, when we're going out, set up the date thing, that's when they say it. And it's like, you know what? I have no time for you. No way in hell.
Wow.
But
Because if you're doing it to me, you'd be doing it to all the others too. Geez, that's crazy, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Which
Weird
is
to totally look at obviously. Yeah. There's different people, like, my photos on my site, like I make sure they're always updated. But then you realize shit, they're a year later. Like I don't really date much on the app anymore, but um, I just can't believe the pictures that people put on there. So don't put a picture of yourself. I don't really take that many pictures of myself. I've only got pictures from years ago. If you're gonna get on an app, make the effort, take the photo, show yourself. Like, I don't get it. Like, and it's just like, and they give you one photo, and it's like, I'm sorry, one photo doesn't cut it for me on a dating thing. Guys, if you're out there, like, at least put 2 or 3 on so we can have a little look. There's different
well,
facials.
I can tell you on my POF, I can only put one picture on. That's POF and the live stream. Meet me. I can't put any other pictures on. It removes my other pictures. I don't
Really?
know what it is with the POF app. Yes.
Technology
Yeah.
sucks.
I could put like 25 on though. I know. Well, no, I think it's about 5. I think you put on it.
Are you on POF?
I'm on
Oh,
Meet
see,
Me.
I've got this one's Scout, but my lurker or my yeah.
I can
You
tell you.
don't want to meet my other one. Like she's nasty girl on that one. She trolls.
Different personality.
Yeah.
So, let me plug the show real quick. I'm Wild West, your host. If you guys don't know, this is What Would You Do? We're kind of changing it up a little bit, going into a relationship scenario. I've got the amazing Rapunzel, the amazing Crocodile Blondie. Please give a fave. Definitely fave me. My show is Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please, show that love, show that faves. They're amazing guests. So, with that being said, let's go to our next scenario. Um, your partner tells you that they had sex with somebody else, right? Um, their excuse was, "I was very drunk." How would
Well,
you
how'd they get it
handle?
up?
Okay.
Sorry, I said how'd they get it up then? They were really that drunk. That was my point.
Well,
That was my first reaction to your question.
I would say go be drunk somewhere else then, because you're not being drunk with me.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But
You're gonna get drunk and then get the pecker out, piss off.
Crocodile, Rapunzel, they're very sorry.
I don't give a tiny shit about their apology.
Yeah, I was about to swear again, and I was about to beep.
I hate the I am drunk apology. I hate it.
cheating.
Like, being drunk is not an excuse for you to do shit, and much less cheating. So,
Yep.
But
They
they're
say
really
there's
sorry.
shit in the. I was about to say, they said, I was going to give a Chinese shit. If they're a shit, you can wrap them in glitter, they're still a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day.
That's
Sorry.
I'm so glad this show's not featured because you're not supposed to cuss.
I know, we cussed the whole way through here. Sorry about that.
we're enjoying
so
it while
hard.
it's not featured, so we can say that
I'm
stuff.
sure that's going to be one of the things. You got to tone it down. This is the
yeah.
first show that I've had potty mouths on.
Well, it's so hard, like, because you've got such passionate questions here. Do you know, like you got questions that really that hit emotions and things like that. So if you can't express yourself in the way that you want it, like that, so you need a beeping button, I think, for questions when they get emotional like that. It's really hard though, like, you know, obviously having the feature show as well, because I have a potty mouth. Simple as that. And you know what? if they're gonna cheat on me, I want to say.
Oh, I've got a good question that goes into the married question. My last one. Um, I just put it together right before the show, and I threw it in there. You guys don't have the question. I just put it together right before. So let's go to scenario 6. You find out your partner's been messaging someone else. It's flirty messages. Um, you know they haven't met them yet or had anything to do with them yet, but you find out.
How are we not meant to swear here, Rapunzel?
Flirting is cheating.
Yeah.
Flirting is cheating. So
Very well said. Yeah.
Yeah, but some people got a natural. They don't. They flirt when they don't even realize they flirt.
no, but you can tell when someone is being intentional. Like if they're texting a person intent with the intent of flirting, and it has a second meaning behind that. You can tell.
It would be like, send us a sexy pic straight away. You know that they've been. You know what I mean? No, that happened to my best friend. Actually, that's her scenario, and he ended up going. They had 3 kids together. Been together, they were high school sweethearts, right? Been all the way, and he caught up. Sorry, she was the first girl after he was her high school sweetheart, but the first girl he'd been with after high school with his high school sweetheart, right? I started texting him again on Facebook, and that they had 3 kids. He went, and now he's got a baby. Like they had 3 boys together, but he ended up going to have and ended up having a baby, a girl, right? Which is what Faye always wanted, and. Yeah, so he ended up like they split up because he went and he did it. And she found the text messages, the messages on Facebook, on the computer, and they ended up so that ended up being a cheating, and he knocked her up. So yeah, and he didn't want to. He just wanted to have a cheeky fling that night, but that cheeky fling turned into little baby.
Oh yeah, responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah. So it ruined their marriage and everything. You know, he only wanted a one-off fling thing just to go there back to that one person. So no way, no. I reckon you
yeah. I think that's someone that needs to be constantly flirting with everyone, even though they are in a relationship. It's just that they're like in a constant seek for validation of their own ego. You know, so it says a lot about a person.
So with that being said, the easy answer is let's kick and all that. The hard answer is you've been with this person for years and years and years, and you've grown your life with them, right? You've grown your life with them, and you know that it was a flirty text, right? But it never went anything past that, right? Would you still just easily give it up?
Yeah, I think so. But you know what? When you're younger, you're very strong then, Rapunzel. But I found when I was younger, you know, I don't know if you would have as quickly. I think you would have had it because you're a bit naive. I
would, because I think in the long run, if he has already done that, he is capable of doing much worse. So if I stay longer, I'm gonna get hurt more in the future. You know, that's my way of thinking. So better quit while it's not, even though it's a long time, it's better quit sooner than later. So
that's fair. That's fair. That's how my marriage ended. I found a text like that on somebody that knew me that I shook their hand on, and he was married.
Oh my God. Double.
So those 2 were going, "Hey baby, send me a dick pic." Oh.
Stop it.
I know, and it's morning for me. I haven't even had a drink or anything. I'm straight as attack. So, you know, yeah, you're lucky this is not 8 o'clock Australian time.
We got about 14 minutes left. I want to go through the last one. I kind of went through this on the married thing, but your best friend has never liked your partner. Never liked your partner. You've been with this partner 5, 6 years, right? Then you find out your best friend had a secret crush and has been telling you bad things about your partner just so you'd break up so they get with them.
Oh, that's not a best
Wow.
friend. That's a
Yeah.
very bad friend.
What a
But
yeah.
now-
What Cheyenne said.
Right? Because you got the person you spent your time with, and you got your best friend.
Well,
She
if I have it confirmed that she was trying, to make my mind towards the fact that he's not a nice person when actually he's a nice person, I would definitely end the friendship because that's not someone that I want by my side. But I would have to be sure that that was her intention.
But
yeah, I
how
definitely
would you
double
find
check
out?
on my
How
best
would
friend
you
wasn't
know?
like that. Sorry, what was that?
How would you find out? How would you know?
I don't know. Maybe she texted someone that her evil plan. I saw the messages.
Yeah, but what if your partner was innocent? They knew nothing about the plan.
No, that's okay, and that's what I'm saying. Like the problem here is with the best friend. If the partner didn't do anything, if he didn't act on to be like with the best friend, then that's fine. If he did though go along with her, then that's another issue.
Hold your mouth, Rapunzel.
I'm biting my tongue.
I didn't say anything bad.
All right, guys. If you don't know me, we got about 12 minutes left. I'm going to plug the show one more time. I'm your host, Wild West. This is my show. What would you do? It's kind of dating scenarios. You never know from week to week what I'm going to do. It could be leadership. It could be about streams. It could be about relationships. I do this every Thursday night at 8 Eastern. I've got a wonderful Rapunzel, amazing Crocodile Blondie. Please favor them if you're just coming in. Definitely go out and check out. I'm all about networking, connecting. Yeah, definitely go hit their streams up. They're both amazing. So let's go into, since we have about 11 minutes left, let's go into, I put some questions together to see what you think. One of the questions is being in love like being high on drugs.
What's that?
Is that it?
What did you
Being
say?
in love compares to being high on drugs. Yes or no?
I don't
I
know.
thought
I've
you said,
never
have you
been
been
in
high on
love.
drugs? I'm like,
Just kidding.
And what do you think?
No,
Well,
I
I've
don't
been
know.
high on drugs.
So
I've been high. So, nah, they're no competitor. You can't compare those two.
Well, I did some research. These are research questions I did on it, and researchers say being in love is the same as being high on drugs.
I think it's a metaphor. I think that's what it is. It is like a metaphor. But
And the reasoning behind it, because love can make you do stupid things you wouldn't normally do, and that's
okay,
what
yeah.
drugs do.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I can. Yeah, it's a metaphor. I can relate it to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, like but then I see the young ones, right? Not saying, and I never thought I'd say that as a because I used to hate it when people used to turn around and go, oh, you're young, you don't know, like, and it's like, shut up, like, I know everything, like I'm young, but it's like you turn around now, and because my daughter's 18, I see myself so much in her, but what the girls will do for a guy, they're sometimes a little bit psychotic, if you ask me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like,
Go cut
God,
tires.
I've seen some guys go do some stupid things sometimes.
Oh, but did you
For
find,
girls.
Rapunzel, that like as a younger girl, how much just leaving school, that girls were so much more obsessed with boys
Oh
than
yeah,
what
that's actually true. Like I guess when you're like growing
then
up, you always have like this huge crush, and guys
yeah.
don't really care
Well,
about any of that.
okay, no. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24 soon.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got 20 years on you. So I'm 44. I don't care about saying my age. I'm quite proud of being 44. Like I made it here. You know what I mean? And and I'm still healthy and good. So I can still jump on the trampoline, do a backflip. So
That's all.
lick the back of my knees. Excellent little. So then like I just see the young ones and how they're like little horny bats. I don't know what else to call them, but then it's funny, you start seeing them get older, and the girls that all flips. The guy, then it's like the guy's chasing the girls. How it all changes. Like I guess the moral of the story is here, like get away, young guys. I guess. I don't know where was going with that, but what was the question? I got like totally distracted on it.
It's the answer, right? Here's another little thing I researched, right? Do you believe cuddling can relieve physical pain from you? If you go cuddle, say you go cuddle me, right? And you were having some kind of physical pain, that it would relieve your pain.
If I'm cuddling you,
Depends.
it will relieve my pain. No, I like to be Little Spoon.
Yeah. Okay. This is an unpopular opinion. I don't really like cuddling.
That's not the question.
I know, but like I don't know. So I guess it would not make my pain go away. I guess I would be, focused on the pain because I don't like cuddling.
You'd be like, "Where's the Nurofen? I need the Nurofen or the Tylenol."
Yeah. Give me my meds.
Oh, this is funny. Well, Wes, you're loving this, aren't you?
It actually does cure your pain. It actually does, because it releases a hormone called oxytocin,
Yeah.
and it releases
But it only releases oxytocin if you're enjoying it.
If you're
Why the
going
hell would you cuddle with
cringe.
somebody you don't enjoy?
What?
Why would you cuddle with somebody you don't enjoy?
I feel trapped. I don't know. I like to have my space.
That's real crocodile tears there. Real crocodile tears.
Here's one. I had an interesting conversation. If somebody says they love your smile, they love your eyes, compared to somebody that says, "Hey, I love your body, I love your leg," is there a difference with that person?
Yeah.
Why?
Definitely. Oh, yes and no. It also depends again on that.
The level of
the
intimacy
scenario,
that you
how
have
you
with
know that guy.
person.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of way you can perceive, like, have you just met this person? And that's the first kind of comment they've said in the first, like, kind of thing. Well, then, of course, like, one's, I think, quite direct, because I'd turn around and say, "Love your ass," like, straight, and if I did, and then instead of your eyes, like, but if
Look at
that's
that
what
booty.
yeah, if you're into that person, then, they might not, because I know a person with blue eyes gets commented on so much more than brown eyes. Did you know that? Like, they always get, like, so, they get an eye comment where they don't get a booty comment as much. Come on, gotta get shed the light.
The researchers say that that people that come up to you that make a comment on the body are looking for a fling. People that comment on your face are looking for something long term, and they're willing to commit.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the statistics around it.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, if you walk up on somebody and the first thing you comment is you got great legs, right?
But you wouldn't have seen their eyes if you walk up to someone then, would you? You haven't really looked at their eyes.
Whatever.
Wes is like, I'm giving up this show. Okay, guys, this is it.
Damn,
I quit.
Okay.
Like whatever. So tell me, here's the next one: is butterflies in your stomach a real thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Just like
Why?
man flu. Man flu's real.
I don't know. It is. It is real.
Man flu is
You
real.
know why it is? It's true. It is. It's a real thing.
It's real. Yep. It definitely, you know, I know men when they've eaten how much more satisfied they are in every single way after a long day's work.
Well,
Yep.
the reason why it is true is because butterflies in your stomach releases a hormone called adrenaline. And adrenaline is the same thing you get for, say, somebody comes up to mug you, right? You got a fight or flight mentality. It's the same. It's the same thing. Um, so it does. Butterflies in the stomach is real. It's an
Man, yep.
adrenaline dump. Yep.
You know, as well with the I've got to say something to you, Rapunzel, because while you were younger, I wish somebody had told me this. That men, you know, if you ask them a question, you turn around and go, "What are you thinking about?" And they turn around and they go, "Oh, nothing." It's true. They actually are thinking of nothing.
Hey, I'm in the I'm here too. It's my stream. I'm here too.
I'm just telling her that's a fact, right? Because a neurosurgeon has actually done tests on all this stuff, and I watched this full doco on it. And then I checked it out myself. They said that a man's brain and a woman's brain, right? So a man there, he called it, he goes, we'll simplify it. He goes, they have a thing called a nothing box, right? It's here. And then around it, they've got like little, like just think of like a fenced off area. So around the brain is like a fenced off area. And the nothing box is in the middle. So they've got points of the fenced off areas, right? They're the pegs. Of the
That
fence,
makes a lot
right?
of sense.
And then, but a woman, right? So in the middle, she doesn't have a nothing box. So her brain is like, remember, a barbed wire fence. But her barbed wire fence goes all the way around, but it crosses over as well. Like, so, right? So then he's got a nice little box in the middle of his fenced off little area. And then us, we've got barbed wire like going ding, 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 ding. So we're thinking, I've got to pick up the washing, got to see the kids, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this. What's he thinking about? What's this? What's that? What's that? Him. And, you know, you go, what are you thinking about? He's just watching the game and he's just like, yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's true. He's not thinking about nothing else. He's whatever it is. So, and it's proven. So, you know, could you vouch for that at all, Wild West?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, see?
He's thinking of nothing right now.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, it is. You were thinking you'd gone straight away there, hadn't you? You'd be like.
I enjoy you guys. Thank you guys so much for being on my show, and I deeply appreciate. I'm about to close out. This is Wild West. If you guys are just joining, this is my show. What would you do? Interesting. You never know. You never know week to week what the questions or the scenarios are going to be. It's 8 p.m. Eastern every Thursday night. I appreciate my guests. If you hadn't favored them, Rapunzel, Crocodile Blondie, please show that fave. Please show that love. Go visit. Let's build our network up. Let's definitely build our streamers up. Go out there. Definitely. I'll let you guys, Rapunzel, if you want to close out before you leave the box, whatever you got going on.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show. This has been fun. And yeah, it was a great time, definitely. And I hope this gets featured soon. I'll make sure to be here to say some inappropriate comments.
I don't know if it'll be featured after this show.
She goes first.
And well, thank you everyone also there in the chat. This has been very, very, very fun. I'm gonna, after we end here, I'm just gonna get back to studying for a little bit, eat something, and then hit the streaming. Gonna be here for a while.
Awesome. I want to hit you up. I saved your
Much
Rapunzel. You're
love,
welcome.
Rapunzel. I appreciate you.
I'll have to give.
I
I'll
definitely
come in and say hi. Hey.
I'll clap you too.
Yeah. I love it. It was great diverse.
Okay.
I love the fact that you had totally different age group, like perspectives and everything. It was a great show. Had fun.
Yeah,
It was so nice
different
to meet you.
perspectives.
As well. Yeah, it
Well,
was good.
I have a lot of respect for both of you guys. Very, very smart women, very intelligent women, and I definitely wanted you guys on the show, and I appreciate both of you being here. I definitely appreciate. It was a fun show. It was a really fun show.
I think that
So-
as well, if you don't get featured after this one, then they're crazy.
Right? Thank you.
I know.
Crack it
If
out.
we didn't swear, it would be perfect. Hey?
Have a wonderful night.
Anything you want to say about what you got going on, or anything? I know you do.
Yeah, so I admin for Groovy and Groovy's show. So his is on Friday night at midnight, or Saturday morning technically. And then also I do Two Truths and a Lie with Fairy Godmother, which I am one of the captains, so permanent on the show. So if you ever want to be on the shows, you can come and see. I'd love Rapunzel. I'd love to have you on Two Truths and a Lie. I think you'd be hilarious. There, definitely. We've got Wild West coming on with another Australian, actually, on my team on Monday night at 6 p.m. on Fairy Godmother's stream. So please come over and watch that, because that's going to be funny to see if he can lie his ass off and see how well you can go with so because it's two teams that battle each other to try and work out the lies. So it's quite entertaining. We're learning not to swear over there too. That was part of our, we were great as a non-featured show, but we're actually featured now. So the banner will be up in 2 weeks. We'll actually have the banner and everything for advertising, so which will be awesome. But so our whole show revolved around swearing before, pretty much. It's been really hard to stop. We're calling each other names and everything. Now we had to really cull it down and call
I
each other.
went to the show Monday night. I watched it a little bit. It was funny as hell. So
yeah. I've got a real so my kids are quizzing me now on what you can say instead of going, he's a wanker. So instead of saying that, now I've got to go, he's not a nice person. So it doesn't have the same, guts though as what a fucking wanker would be. So now I'm learning to say, oh, that's shit. No, that's not nice. So I've got to really, but we used to say shit and stuff like that, but yeah, so it's definitely entertaining. So we've got my quiz points of that. I think it should be a show of I want to make a new show of how do you not swear? What can you say instead? But that's not apparently an option on the app. So anyway, but yeah, two truths and a lie. That's on at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on Fairy Godmother stream, and Groovy's Game Show 12 a.m. Sunday morning, but Friday night. So yeah, it's really good fun. So, but yeah, I stream as well. Hit and miss. Don't know when I'm going to go on. It'll just be at the time.
Definitely,
so,
I'll definitely be by both your streams. Rapunzel, I always stop by. Crocodile Blondie, I just met you this week, and you're amazing. I'll definitely.
Yeah, I could talk too much.
But
yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a wonderful night. Bye, Blondie. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Emoji, if you can stop recording. Venom, how are you? Welcome. Oh, V Mama. Oh my God, you keep changing on me. Let me use the restroom real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. Are you streaming again? Yeah. I'm going to hold my stream out. I'm trying to get my 6.8 tonight, but we'll see. Okay. All right, let me use the restroom real quick. Ninja, are you still here? Thank you, Pookie. I appreciate you here. Rapunzel. Thank you, Amber.